Look at the mountain. It's beautiful. The mountain has nothing to do with this review. I just, wanted to point it out. I'm in Salad and I saw the Twilight Zone Season 3, Episode 4, The Passersby. It is directed by Elliot Silverstein, written by Rod Serling. If you haven't seen this episode, I'll spoil it for you. This episode follows this lady. She's looking at all these people go by on this road, and she's like, man, my husband died in the Civil War. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the Civil War. This is like 1865 or 66. This is when this episode takes place, that time. She's like, I miss my husband. And also there's this guy who has like a guitar. He's like, hello lady, can I come and drink some water? She's like, all right, yeah. And then they have a talk, they big old talk at each other. And she notices things that remind her of her husband. Such as the guitar, he sings and plays just like the husband. And my brain is like, oh, is that the husband? And she's like, I don't know if that's the husband. You are quite remarkably similar to my husband. And then, of course, the guy, he notices another person. He's riding on a horseback. By the way, this dude's a sergeant. And the person on the horseback, I think is is higher up in rank. I forget which type of rank, but it's higher up in rank. They recognize each other and they'd be like, oh, thanks for helping me out in the war. Did I get snow on me? They'd be like, oh, thank you for helping me out. And then one pulls a gun at each other because they were on the opposite sides actually, and the gun goes through them. And it's like, oh, that's strange and peculiar. And then everybody starts to notice that it's not only the Confederate, it's also the Union people. Everybody who has died is on this road. And the woman is dead. And she's like, what? Huh? What's going on? I don't believe it. And she's like not wanting to leave her house. And guess who's the last person? Abraham Lincoln. Look at him go. He's walking. He's like, I think we're dead. Come on, little lady. We're coming. We're coming to the end of the road. There might be something at the end of the road. We don't know, but we're coming, little lady. And then they walk off. And I think it's an adorable episode. I also think it's pretty heavy because I like the way in which this episode delves information, gives me information about what's happening, where everybody is, what I'm observing, and then for me to later figure out that they're all dead and they're on their way home from the war to whatever is at the end. Who knows what's at the end? It's up for the individual person to decide what's at the end. Abraham Lincoln was a great addition at the end, and it really adds like a depth of emotionality. Just Abraham Lincoln alone. Also how the information is given to me is just each information is like a punch of emotion right into my heart. I'm like, man, they're all dead? That's sad. But also, it does take place in the past. When the Twilight Zone was written, it was like 100 years in the past. Now it's probably like 150 years, 160 years in the past from this point on, from this dates of whenever this uploads, I don't know. Ultimately, I like this episode a lot. It's great. I noticed that her house was mostly in shadow and the road was very bright. And everybody in the road was wearing brighter colors and she was in the shadows until she decides to walk with them all, and then she's also in the lightness too. I liked that. Symbolic. So I've got to give this episode, it's a solid 8.3 out of 10. If you like this, if you watch another on the platform, likes that $20 Dinos, patreon.com/ASEPresents for 1 movie review per 1 month. If I haven't reviewed on the channel, there's a chance I haven't seen it at all. So that's why you gotta get them Patreon requests in. Support the Daily Grindness by going to autisticbooth.com so you can go here. And until next time, mint salad saw. I'll see you later, my sour croutons, bacon bits. I'm gonna go find that road that they were all walking on. No matter what it takes. Adios.